we go. Hello, 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 and welcome. I finally reached my light. Hello and welcome to this Final Boss Fight live stream of D&D. My name is John, and I am joined by Richard.
Hello.
I am joined by Kiri.
Hello.
I am joined by Sean.
Hello.
And by Tanny.
Hello.
Very amused by the man disappears in cloud of smoke thumbnail in the Discord announcement, though I expect that's from the Cthulhu trailer, says Stanza. Yeah, that thumbnail, will update itself as we go through in theory, because I've got a different thumbnail on my Discord.
Yes, same.
Yeah, it's interesting. Discord, not Discord, Twitch does updated thumbnails. So depending on when your Discord loads it, you're going to get a different bit of the trailer to everybody else.
Oh,
It's cool.
interesting. Very cool.
We're here to discuss how Twitch thumbnails work, and also play some D&D. Last time, the group fought their way through the Cauldron Caves. They discovered and swiftly dealt with a frost giant skeleton that threatened to crush them, before meeting with and summarily chastising the hag that had been eating the fisherman, and told her to leave this place under threat of the other hag that Dax knows.
One of the other hags.
One of.
Several.
At which point it decided that, yeah, this was a good plan. I ain't gonna mess with her. And left you with her magic cauldron that will produce food if you stir water in it. Which currently Rime has strapped to his back, being a smidge taller than it.
A very funny image, and it brings me great joy.
You headed back to your boat, and your boat ride took you up to Caer Konig, where you find yourself in the foothill of Kelvin's Cairn. Literally, the town of Caer Konig is built into the side of the mountain. And as you made your way into the town and towards Frozen Far expeditions, where the missing mountaineer is likely to have gone for supplies, you were accosted by a drunken dragonborn who claimed that he was looking for thieves and that you might be as such. And you met with Trovus, the speaker of Caer Konig, who's seen better days. AJ took Trovus to the Northern Light and promised to meet the rest of you there. And you went to Frozen Far expeditions, where Dax and the patrons at the owner of Frozen Far had a conversation, and you heard about Garrett and the three people that had hired him to guide them up the mountain. Heading to the Northern Light, you learn about the missing items that have disappeared from around town with no one seeing who done it. And were shown a set of footprints leading away from the Northern Light, which earlier that day or that night, previous night, had the light stolen from above its doors. And now you are presently stood at the back door looking at these tracks that disappear up towards the mountain. And I say to you guys, what's the plan?
Should we go up there or should we do a bit of resting?
We were going to get a sled dog thing, weren't we?
Oh yeah.
Aye, we should probably get the dogs and head up there. AJ, you're suspiciously quiet.
Yeah, I would have thought he'd be doing a lot of talking, but
Frog in the throat.
Understandable.
I mean, is everyone okay for help and stuff? And
I'm fine, but I think
I'm good.
no.
What about you, Kelvin?
Who am I?
Cairn, how are you holding up?
I mean, I'm okay for health. It's just bells. I'm running a little low.
Will we take a minute then?
We can take a rest if you want. We can get yourself ready to go.
what time of day is it?
I believe at the moment it's sort of late afternoon. If you've just come into the town, it's late afternoon, early evening.
And we have an. Sorry, no, you first.
I was thinking it might be worth having a proper rest, and we'll be at our full strength, both health-wise and magic-wise, and set out early the next day.
That'd probably be preferable.
We could
Then
do
I-
that, but I think it'd be best if we try and start first light.
Yeah.
So just in case of, I'm assuming going up to the mountains will take a lot of our day.
Sure.
We discussed this time because obviously that the caravan's coming in soon, but we sort of reasoned we'd have enough.
You should have enough time to go up the mountain and come back down again before the caravan, if not arrives, definitely before the time it packs up and leaves.
Yeah.
Not
Right.
to mention, if I were stealing
Oh my
or
God.
like things from around the town without anyone seeing me, I'd probably be camped nearby.
I mean, I suppose we could do a bit of a search just in the vicinity before we go up the mountain.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we've got
We can
footprints
do
here, like kind of clear as day. And
Yeah.
You're a hell of a tracker, so.
So if we
Hurt.
try and follow the tracks as best we can first, and then once we've dealt with the thieves, then we can go to sleep.
Are you going to be
Aye.
alright though, Carrion?
Going to sleep.
You just stay at the back and
I'll be at the back with them.
I'm sheep.
Remind me what kind of spellcaster Carrion is again?
Wizard, right?
I am a conjurer of cheap tricks.
Wizard, gotcha. The aesthetics are warlock, but I get it.
yeah. I mean, is he okay? Is Carrion okay? Are you okay, Carrion?
Carrion is okay. The person controlling him really isn't.
Yes.
Send me my love.
So I'm trying my best.
AJ is also out of. Sorry, Stanza says, for a moment I thought you were a conjurer of sheep tricks.
Oh, that'd be cool though.
Sheep.
That's a subclass for a wizard that needs to be made.
Sheep tricks. The Circle of Dreams already exists.
AJ also is out of leveled spell slots, but obviously much the same way as Carrion. Cantrips.
Cantrips.
Ken.
Or just, I don't remember what weapon AJ wields. Stab. Rapier. Yeah, rapier.
That definitely fits with AJ's aesthetic.
So AJ is quite happy to sort of dance at the back of the group along with Carrion and Cherish. If we're going to go do the follow the tracks now and see where they go.
To be honest, it's understandable that we can't. If we do it in the morning, those tracks will be gone because there might be a storm or something.
And if we see that they're heading too far up into the mountains, we can easily just sort of mark where we are and come back and pick up the trail again later.
Right.
Everyone remember, last time we bought some of those things you put on your shoes so you can walk on ice. Because we had a problem, in the caves when, slipping over and whatnot.
I remember. I think Brim specifically ate shit during one of his turns.
I will remind you that they are designed specifically to be put on when you confront ice. They are not for walking around all the time, otherwise you lose their grip.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention, that'll be very, very difficult to walk.
Okay, that's the wrong D&D Beyond window. That's the one I'm looking for. Dax, I believe you've already made a survival check to look at the tracks.
Yes.
And you set off following them, leading the group and pointing out where the tracks go. And they go for about 50 feet.
50 feet. Okay.
And
then does it just
disappear? The tracks are obscured, but in theory, you know roughly where they're going, so you can keep going in that direction and seeing if anything else.
When you say obscured, is it just like there's been some weather, or is it a bit more?
It's just there's been some weather.
Okay. So I'll explain this and I'll say, well, it seems to be heading in this direction.
Right, well, lead on.
Lead the way.
Yeah, let's go.
You keep tracking after the tracks, and you get a little bit out of the way of the town. Up a little bit of the mountainside, and a new set of tracks reveals itself, but these are much bigger than the previous. Not you, Google. These are bigger than the previous tracks. Could you make me another survival check?
What if it's to do with Goliath?
That's a good point, yeah.
There was a Goliath in the group, wasn't there?
Yes.
Yeah.
There was a Goliath, a halfling, and I think there was a tiefling.
Yeah.
Okay, you are in theory at advantage, but I think 19 is probably good enough for that.
Yeah.
You can roll again if you want to see if anything like super special happens, but
go on.
Can I make some perception check to see if there's anybody watching us, or just keep an eye on things?
Hi, can I do the same? But just scan it.
Because I know for a fact Cherish is at the back with Carrion and AJ, so I was thinking that she's just making sure that no one's.
Okay, yeah. If you both want to make me perception checks.
Don't want to make a jump on us. Oh, damn it! 19.
Computer, please. I'm begging. Okay, that works.
Begging.
Okay. You're both sweeping the surroundings, and from what you can see, there is nothing more than average wildlife maybe paying attention to you.
Okay.
What is the weather like at the moment? Is it like windy, breezy kind of thing, or is it just like completely calm?
The snow goes quiet on the mountainside tonight.
Yeah.
Don't start.
You should really let that go.
Sorry.
I'm dying.
There's a bit of a breeze blowing in. It's not a heavy Arctic wind that is chilling you to your core, but you know it's enough that you're sort of pulling the coats and cloaks closely around yourselves. Dax.
Yes.
These footprints and the tracks that you see leading away from the town are from an ogre.
Ogre.
An ogre.
And the ogre appears to be pulling something behind it.
Okay.
And
And
do you
how-
tell us?
Sorry, I didn't quite hear that, Tanny.
I was gonna say, like, would Dax tell us this?
Yeah, I absolutely will. But I was just going to ask one thing. With my favoured terrain, it would also tell me how long ago they passed through the area.
This would have been about very early this morning.
Okay, and I'll
Just
explain
after
this
daybreak.
to the group. So it seems like it's came through here with its stolen items, dragon behind it.
It looks like it had been here and left from here.
That would be very interesting if it's an ogre stealing things, because that would be easy to that'd be wide easy to see in the view. But
But the footprints we saw were normal humanoid size, weren't they?
Unless our thief got jumped.
unless
Yeah,
there's more than one person
The
working
footprints
on it.
The footprints you saw leaving the tavern, Dax, were about the size of a dwarf.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hang on, I'm gonna put that down.
Well, it's a bit of a mystery.
And they headed in this direction, and then you see that these footprints are here as if something was stood here for a while. They start from here as if the footprints of it arriving here have been covered by fresh fallen snow, and then they start from here and head off into further up the mountain.
Well, unless we want to go further up the mountain tonight, can get. But yes, some curious business with dwarfs and ogres.
I don't know what to do at this point. Should we continue with the tracks, or else we'll lose them again?
I mean, I would be happy doing that, but do you think if we start heading up the mountain, that's what we're doing? You know, like we're not gonna we'll keep going up, and the plan was, you know, to get like a rest.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, sorry.
No. Your argument's sound. It's look, we came out and searched, and we kind of already agreed that if it was heading any further up the mountain, we'd head back and take a rest anyway. Two of our party members are down to, well, not the strongest spells in the world, so I vote we head back, take a rest, get
let's
some
head
food,
back.
and look at this with fresh eyes.
Yeah.
Even though it'll give us a bit of trouble
We might as well
finding the
come back
tracks
down.
again. And is there like a tree nearby these tracks? I'm imagining it's like standing up. We found the tracks on the edge of like a forested area leading up to the mountain.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, there's a tree near here.
Great. I'm gonna take some charcoal out, because you need charcoal to write letters and things, and just sort of like put an X on one of the trees.
Okay.
And then just say, if we can find that tree again, we'll vaguely know the direction they were going up the mountain. So,
Dax, with your 25 in survival, you look around, you take in the environment, and you look in the direction the tracks are heading, and sort of memorize that way.
Yeah. I have a hunting trap.
Okay.
Should this is should I set it up here? Should we try and
to what? Catch
the potential thief? But they're obviously, and this has happened before, could catch something or someone who weren't intending. Has happened.
That is kind of the danger with a lot of traps like that. Anyway.
And people are very upset if you accidentally trap them in a trap. Like this, I mean, this like snaps on the leg and cuts them and stuff. It's really bad.
No, I don't think we should, especially if we're coming back this way.
Okay.
Although on the other hand, it would be kind of making our job a little bit easier. But again, put it down. We can collect it in the morning.
I was going to say to Brim there. Brim, you just start heading back. You don't need to see what's going to happen.
No, you're right. I don't, and I turn around and I walk.
You don't know what's going on. You don't know what I do when you're not about. And I'll set the trap up.
Brim turns around, slightly wobbling under the weight of the cauldron on his back.
See no evil, hear no evil.
Yeah.
Oh,
and I'll hide the trap a little bit, so it's...
Okay.
Yeah, and I will take note of where it is, so I will be able to find it.
Roll me a stealth check to see how well hidden it is.
Yeah, stealth check.
The rarely seen stealth check to hide something else other than yourself.
Okay. You are an expert in this environment, and you lever open the hunting trap and place it on the ground, and you cover it, leaving obviously a careful mark around the trigger so that you don't accidentally trigger it yourself in your effort to disguise it, because that'd be bad.
Yeah.
But it blends into the environment, and you think, if anything, you might catch something with it tonight if somebody isn't paying great attention and they come out this way.
Yeah. Brilliant. And I'll catch up to Brim and anyone else who's heading back.
I'll assume that everybody started heading down with Brim as the See No Evil group. Unless anybody stayed with Dax to watch his work. Let's face it, Snicket probably did.
Snicket would and would try and, I don't know, put some manner of bomb in it or something, but...
And you have to hold his,
I know for a fact, I think Cherish knows for a fact is that Dax is just against the cauldron, so Cherish is just going to turn to Dax and say, don't mess with that, please. We don't want to cause any more conflict.
I get what you're saying, Cherish. I get what you're saying, Cherish. I just think that is a big, heavy thing to carry, and it will impact what we do. But I am not going to take any action.
Just leave it as it is. I'm sure there's a spell or something we can use to make it more smaller.
It's very funny because even though I'm carrying this massive thing, it hasn't slowed me down at all, and I'm still faster than the both of you.
It's amazing.
You head back to the Northern Light, which at the moment is just the Northern because they don't have the light anymore.
I didn't know.
And while they are a little dismayed that you've not returned with items, they understand that obviously people need sleep.
You never know. We might even find it. We might even catch it in the action.
Well, nobody else has yet, but each day's a new
I think
day.
that's what Cherish is gonna do. Cherish is gonna put something out valuable. Like she's gonna place one of her rings, not the wedding ring, but one of her nice rings she wears underneath her gloves.
Okay.
And she's gonna put it on the side, and she's gonna do a light sleep. I'm sure that's not gonna cause exhaustion, right? It's just like she naturally is light sleeper because of her being in the military and all that.
What is your perception?
My perception, like, how would you go about it to do so?
Roll me a perception check at disadvantage.
I roll 1. I roll 2. Yeah, so I take 3.
So you set out the ring on like the sideboard of the bed, and you try for what you think is a nice and light sleep, and you've got your ear to the room, and then you sleep right through the night.
I was going to suggest if you could get some like fishing wire, you tie that to the ring, tie it to your wrist, and you'll know if someone takes it.
I could have done that, but that's already been done and dusted.
Yeah.
And you wake up in the morning, and the ring is still on the sideboard, and you slept through the night, and the ring didn't go.
I mean, it was in the room. It could have been anywhere, so she puts the rings back on. Didn't happen.
Oh, have we had a long rest there?
You have at this point, unless anybody else wants to do anything else through the night.
Nope, I'm sleeping.
You take advantage of a long rest.
Hello.
And you say hello to Snicket, who wakes up feeling a new man.
Hello, Snickers.
Morning, Tinker.
I'm here all the time. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you missed quite an opportunity, Snicket.
Snicket wakes up in his room, and there are just notes on the wall about how to improve hunting traps.
Oh no, I've got some new ideas. Have we started climbing, or is this just like preparation?
Oh no, you're waking up in the morning.
Okay, that's fair.
You
Yeah.
started to climb the mountain. You found some tracks, and you came back down the mountain to have a nap.
Cool.
Snicket saw Dax set up a hunting trap, so you've got a few like loose notes of hunting trap plans and updates.
Oh yeah, and I've got some ideas for ropes and crossbows.
Okay. But you are now free to start heading back up the mountain.
Did we collect this sled?
Yeah.
Alright, let's go.
So, Atanis brings out 6 of the dogs and the sled. And you have the sled.
Nice.
Oh, Snicket, if you haven't, you get a long rest.
Okay, I think I'm okay actually. I don't recall anything needing a long rest, but I'll just have a quick check.
Might be spell slots. Don't know, maybe. I know everybody else needed them.
Yeah. Yep. Spell slot, I think that. Yeah, that's fine. Yep.
So you have the sled and the sled dogs. Who is going on the sled?
Would this be riding, or as in like, I suppose piloting or driving wouldn't be quite the right word, but like, controlling the dogs?
So you need one driver, and there is the sled can the sled can pull some weight.
Actually, could I do one scene before we get the dogs? I would like to talk to the owners of the tavern very quickly.
Okay, so that's the what were the sisters' names? Shorard sisters.
BRB.
Yes. Hello. I need to ask something of you. Actually, should ask the party first. Is it a good idea? Because we're concerned about like weight and how many of us can fit on the dog sled. Should I just leave the cauldron here in the capable hands of these two tavern owners, just because we know it's still going to be here when we get back? Cons of that is we won't have like a constant source of food when we do it.
As part of my ability.
Oh yes,
like,
you've got.
I can forage for up to me and 5 other people.
You're right. We're gonna be fine.
I thought that was going to be as part of my ability. I can put a fingernail in the cauldron and see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's fingernails and everything Dax does. Every spell, every bit of foraging, there's a fingernail in there.
Gross. Yeah. Basically, what I want to do is leave the cauldron and like tell them how to use it and say you can use it until I get back.
Okay.
For free.
Corey will take it into the kitchen and starts using it to cook up some stew.
There you go. Cool.
Did she know the properties of the cauldron beforehand, or was she just like amazed that this thing is just like making stew?
She's amazed by it, even though I'm assuming Brim told her how to do it.
Yeah, I got like a bunch of snow from outside and just put it in it and just started to stir it, and it made a tiny bit of stew. So just add like a bucket of water to it and just keep stirring it and you'll be fine.
I'm gonna say this out of character, by the way. Brim, your bard is showing.
Listen, all of my characters have ADHD. This is just how I talk. I'm sorry.
I think it's more the cooking.
It's more the cooking.
I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
Brim also has proficiency in cook's tools. It's just that I like my characters being able to cook. I don't know.
You start heading up the mountain. You can fit, one person driving the dog sled and 2 medium creatures. I think 1 or 2 medium creatures fitting on the sled, or 2 smalls can take up the place of 1 medium. But I don't think you've got 2 smalls.
No. We've got... I mean, I'm quite short, but I don't count as small. Supposed to just snake it, I think.
So
were we thinking about getting a second dog sled? Or is it just the one?
I believe there were only 2 dog sleds, so in theory you could rent 2, but that's as many as they have.
Okay.
That wouldn't be enough to get the whole party on, would it?
Well,
It would.
It would.
It would.
Yeah.
I believe be enough.
Because
it'd be a bit of a squeeze for the people sat on the front, because it's not the best of, dog sleds aren't designed to be comfortable rides.
No.
But you until at least until further investigationing, you could fit the party across 2 dog sleds. It is possibly, as Sean suggested, might be the expense. Let me double check what.
It's like a certain amount of day, isn't
I'm
it?
pretty sure we've almost bankrupted most of the party with just one sled, didn't we?
Oh yeah. Because how much was it to rent one? It's like 40 gold or something.
Yeah, I think it probably did wipe us out a bit.
Yeah.
I don't mind walking. Charity will not mind walking.
And AJ can fly.
Only because Charity's got like armor on her that would probably make it too heavy for the sled to be moved.
Do you just sneak it with the sled?
God, no. I mean, surely part of the reason we're gonna have the sled is if we need to bring people back who are potentially injured or.
Yeah.
I
So
just
the dog sled is 10 gold pieces a day.
Okay.
because like I said, like Charity would trust Dax to ride the sled.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got good animal handling, and I can actually speak with animals if we needed to give them a talking to.
There you go.
So Dax sets off a little bit ahead of you, making sure to keep within range that he is still guiding the party. Otherwise, things go badly. And sorry, but
That's a good. Yes.
the pun just came into my head that you're now daxing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh.
No, I don't want not to sleigh.
It's 6 dogs, but you know we'll workshop it in later. We'll fix it in post.
Yeah.
Sleigh.
Yeah, exactly. When this stream is edited and put on
Yeah.
YouTube.
When I get round to that.
Yeah.
You are easily, with your capabilities, easily able to return to the tree with the cross on it, and you look up, Dax, in the direction which the tracks headed. They have mostly been cleared by the passage of time and the fall of new snow at this point.
I turn around back towards the way we came and admire the view.
It's a fantastic view out over the roofs of the town. You see the roofs of the town sort of tapering off down towards the edge of the frozen river, the frozen lake, and then you can see out over the lake, and the ice breaks up in the middle of it. It's a good view.
There is a reason I moved out here.
Need a good view.
I'm reminded of that bit in Lawrence of Arabia where it talks about people who are in love with the desert. It's always people who aren't from the desert. Because to them, it's beautiful. If you live there, it's like, no, this is hard.
I've lived here long enough to know that it has its dangers, but sometimes it's nice to look out, just see.
Is this the thing about people in London never go to the Natural History Museum?
Is there anything in the trap?
There isn't.
I'll
There's
take
a
the trap.
bunny.
Bunny.
You start heading along the tracks that were there, and you follow it for about an hour. And could I, at this point, after your first hour passes, could I get a survival check from Dax?
Absolutely. Do I still get at advantage?
Yes.
I gotta stop eating those olives, guys.
I'll just Ugh.
Okay.
That did sound good.
You go for the first hour and you just see snow and the occasional thinning trees, and you press on, and at the end of hour 2, can I get the second survival check from Dax?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For the best part of this hour, you continue to see the same sort of environment. Trees, very occasionally clinging to the side of the mountain at this height. Snow all around. The dogs are running, reasonably excited to be on this trek still. At the end of the second hour, you see something that breaks up the environment in front of you a little bit more than anything else has thus far. A blocky stronghold, bereft of warmth or charm, juts out of a hillside in a rough crescent shape. Only part of its construction is visible, the rest is buried in the stone of the mountain. A large double door of stone serves as a main entrance. The terrain leading up to it is a gently upwards sloping plain covered with fresh snow. A stream used to flow out of a barred culvert northeast of the main entrance, but the waterway has frozen. 2 other barred openings can be seen along the stronghold's northern wall. Anyone positioned in these openings would have an unobstructed view of the hillside.
I will relay this to the party.
Should we,
The doors of this fortress, or whatever it is, how big are they? Like, would they be ogre-sized doors?
Are they big boy doors?
They are
Big boy doors.
large doors. They aren't.
Big doors.
It's difficult to tell from this distance.
Okay.
You reckon you could fit an ogre in?
A quick question. One my favorite enemy is giants. I don't know if ogres fall under. They're their own separate.
Ogres fall under the giant cat.
I believe they do indeed.
ooh.
At the very least, they speak giant. I'm assuming they are.
I speak giant.
Well, you can have a nice conversation.
And then you can insult them in giant.
Ogres are indeed giants.
They just have
Little
one
bitty.
eye.
Little bitty giant.
Little
Wait.
giants.
Giant
And
kid.
that's Cyclops. I'm getting them mixed up with Destiny.
Cyclops and Ettins as well, yes.
No, because I said ogre, I was thinking of ogre from Destiny, and they have one eye.
Insults
Ah,
and giants.
yes.
The shoutiest
I've
way
been
to
saying too
cuss
much
someone
Destiny
out.
today. This is not what it is.
Dax, also something else you notice about this fortress is that there is a bunker separated from the rest of the stronghold. There is a snow-covered bunker perforated by arrow slits. Slightly closer
Right.
to you than the rest of the like an outpost closer towards
Yeah.
where you guys
Yeah.
are approaching it from.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Are there any signs in this fortress of smoke or signs that it is inhabited?
It's difficult to tell from this distance.
Okay.
It's clearly been built in a way that it is disguised. Most of it sinks into the mountain, and it is not the sort of place that is advertising its presence.
It'd take a fair bit of work to build something like this up here, right? Like, this is a big project.
If somebody was doing this in stealth, you'd be very surprised. This has probably been here a while.
Okay. So I explain all this, and I point out especially this bunker with the arrow slits. We could get just like torn to pieces, even just trying to get to the door.
And
Did you see any other way in or anything else around?
I mentioned there's the culvert where the river was, and there was two other sort of board bits, but that seemed more like it was for like someone to be looking out onto us, right, rather than.
Yes.
I mean, we could put a powerful bomb in the culvert. I saw a play about that once.
Excuse me, a what? In a what?
A giant bomb.
Meat's back on the menu, boys. Can we see anyone like patrolling, or anyone with like a bow and arrow who could use like? Can we see anyone like manning this place?
Is there a human, an elf, or a dwarf on the walls?
Or a Goliath.
Give
Or a
me
tiefling.
Or a tiefling.
Give me perception checks.
Perception. Boink.
Perception.
16.
13.
19. Aha.
It is difficult at this distance.
Yeah, Dex.
We just don't have a lot of information.
It is difficult from where you are stood to see anything in there, because quite clearly, if you are defending a stronghold, you don't necessarily want to let other people know where you are.
Very
and so
fair.
obviously a lot of it is built in such a way that you can be on the inside of it and not be seen from people outside of it. But Brim,
No.
you look at this and you see you're used to rock work and stone work and how stone
cunning. Here we go. Yes.
This shares a lot of architectural similarities to dwarven strongholds. But while it shares some of those similarities, it lacks in the finishing touches. Sort of it in dwarven architecture, typically dwarves are very keen to show their artistic talents, their flourishes, their dwarven sigils and braiding work in the stonework.
Mm-hmm.
This has the look of a dwarvish fortress that doesn't care about that.
So, dishonor to them, dishonor to their
And
cow.
something feels wrong to you about it.
I think this is a dwarven fortress,
Well,
but It's not finished.
In what way?
Well, look at it. It's boring. There's no script or images. Like carved into the walls. There's no. Where are the axes? Where are the picks? Where's the dwarvish language announcing?
The rest of you look back at this and don't notice.
What I said. Could it be that someone's tried to copy the dwarf style without fully getting it?
It does seem off, but I mean, it takes a lot to be a pale imitation.
Or maybe it was made by a really, really boring dwarf.
But even then,
Like a stamp.
I mean, what if they hired? What if they hired dwarves to make it, and then like the dwarves wouldn't add any of their, their artistic touches to it because that's not what the customer wanted.
All I'm saying is, I've got a bad feeling about this. I still say we should go check it out. We should just be on our guard. Anyway, it might have just been they didn't complete building it and got ran out by something. But ogres can do that to you.
So, John,
Yes.
does it look like it has been in use, the area, or does it just look like it is just, or does it show no sign of it?
With your perception checks,
Yep.
you can see that there is a pathway leading up the hills to the entrance that is vaguely but not completely clear of snow. It looks like something is coming and going from this place. Not amazingly frequently, but enough that somebody is coming and going.
Right. Okay.
Dax.
So what should it be?
Yes.
Sorry, one. Dax,
Yes, sir.
with your 20 perception, you look up and you're perceptive about these things and you know your ranger talents. You look up and you see along the wall and you see a path that you could hug the wall and get to the front doors if you're quiet without drawing attention of anybody inside.
Okay. I'll point this out to the group. So, who's the stealthiest amongst us?
Not me.
I've been known
Nope.
to be stealthy in my days. I do not have proficiency in it, but I've got a +3.
Right.
I'll tell you this right now. I've got armor. I'm not going to be able to do this very well. I'm going to have to stay back until you are.
Well, I think if someone has a check and then comes back, we can then decide what we want to do.
I think you might be electing yourself there, Dax.
Yes, I think that might be. Because I can also.
I just want to see if there was something Karen wanted to say. So I thought I did it in.
I mean, I'm moderately stealthy, but I'm not. I'm probably not anywhere near as stealthy as Dax.
I am proficient and have +5 in stealth, and when I'm in my favoured terrain, I can move stealthily at the same pace as I could, as if I was walking normal.
I also. I'm trying to remember spell levels and what you get at second. I'm trying not to metagame. Can I roll? Can I roll something to see if Brim would know? In his very limited interaction with magic, would know if people could cast, if he would know of the spell, pass without a trace and suggest it.
Roll an Arcana check.
Thank you. because I don't want to be metagamey about this, and I don't think that Brim would have like a lot of experience with magic. Oh, sorry, I used a physical dice. I just realized that we're not. Arcana. Oh boy, +0. Oh, that was so close to being a 1 on my screen.
Yes, you are likely to know of various magics to cloak your footsteps and things like pass without a trace and invisibility.
I know most, if not, actually, all of you know some sort of magic. Yes. Do you have the spell? Do you know the spell? Pass without a trace.
Nope.
Nada.
Right, never mind. The guy suggested it'd just be super useful right now. But Dax, I think you're our best bet overall.
Yep, no problem. So I'm assuming I'm going to try and stealth this path that I saw.
Yep. Apparently, you're going it alone.
I absolutely would go along because, yeah, my abilities are not as good if I'm with someone. So stealth check, I'm assuming.
Yes, please.
Brim will just go ahead. Here to go with you and guide your steps before just like backing off and watching him go.
Before I get killed in a hail of arrows.
Yeah, for real.
Okay, I'm going to bring us to the map.
Oh, the map. He's got a map for it. I'm so excited.
That definitely means I'm going to get shot by arrows, because why would you make a map?
And Sean sneaks in for a look.
Oh.
My eyes!
Oh.
You're not here yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to just put him in the eye.
I have shared an appropriate gift.
Oh. Oh, John.
Oh,
I
God.
love the name of this, and I'm so glad that I picked a language.
So, Dax, you sneak up to the wall, and you start hugging the wall. And I'll bring everybody else in so that everybody can see the map at least.
We can all watch the horrible thing that's about to happen to Dax.
Carrie
Yeah.
and
What do you guys know that I don't?
Snicker.
We looked at the name.
I maybe should
of
have
the map.
maybe should have hidden that.
Yeah, possibly.
Oh,
it is a little
yes.
bit spoilery.
Yes.
Whatever could be here. If only we knew.
There we go. I fixed it.
If only there was some clue.
And as you draw closer, you can see a dwarven figure, white beard and ashen grey skin. Yes, the map is now called Dave.
Wonderful.
It's just an outpost for me.
A large crossbow in his hands, and as you are sneaking along, he is paying attention in the other direction, and you manage to hug the wall and sneak past him.
Where's this dwarf? Is he on the map or?
He's here.
Okay.
So you see him through
Cool.
the arrow slits.
Yes.
And you just hug the wall, and I'm just going to move you because I know what the safe path is.
Yes.
And you head to the large stone doors. And there are large stone doors.
Yep. Can I hear anything?
Roll me a perception check. Okay, it's muffled through the doors, definitely. But from the other side, you hear. Meh.
Yeah, thumping bass, a rave.
Yeah. I'm assuming that's some manner of beast.
You
like
hear
a goat.
the bleating sounds of 2 goats.
Oh.
Ammunition for the catapults.
Oh, wait.
Oh my god. I just got your reference.
Oh, I hope they're giant goats.
I want giant goats.
Okay. So these are stone doors, you said.
Yes.
So one would presume quite heavy.
Yes.
Well, how tall are these doors? And then is there anything above that? Like, what I want to do is I want to throw something over the into the courtyard here, over the doors. Is that going to be at all possible?
The stonework just goes straight up. It's solid.
So it just continues. Yeah.
The stone goes up and then sort of merges into mountain.
Alright.
The doors themselves are about just slightly taller than 10 feet. Like, if you were 10 feet tall, you could fit through these doors without crouching.
Okay. What to do? I really should have thought to leave a toque for someone so I could communicate.
It's terrifying that you said that sentence.
Yeah. Or a fingernail. Could be a fingernail.
A clump of hair.
Yeah,
I
but
prefer a fingernail because teeth don't tend to grow back.
It's all on offer.
Dachses do.
I'm less worried. Like a shark?
Well, like a hex blood. If I do this, I pull off a nail, I pull out a tooth, pull off a bit of hair, it grows back. By the time I would be able to use that ability again.
Otherwise, you get about 34 uses out of it, and then it's done.
Yeah.
Dentists must hate you.
Yeah.
Or a lot
Right.
of them just keep pulling teeth and just keep coming. Keep pulling those teeth out.
Could I check out? I'm assuming this is the culvert here.
Yes.
Could I go and check that out and see, like, if it seems like there'd be a way to get in, or?
You can go and have a look. I'll unpause the map, and you can even move your character there. It's got bars across it, so you couldn't sneak in unless you managed to remove the bars.
That's what I thought, yeah. Right. Whilst I'm in this bit, could I just do like a check, an investigation or perception to see if I can spot anything that would be helpful now that I've gotten nearer?
Yeah. Roll me a investigation seems good. Oh, I'm so close to a 1. That was very close to a 1 on my screen. You have seen, in crossing this space, in getting to here, you have seen somebody with the crossbow in the bunker. You know the sort of creatures that are here. You know that they are Durgar.
Yes.
Dark dwarves. How much that assists you in getting inside, you might want to try and bring some of the rest of the party over if people can move reasonably quietly. You don't think it's You think he's on watch, but that he's not watching particularly hard. So you might be able to sneak in if you're relatively quiet.
I'm gonna see if I've got. What have I got? Hex disguise. So no, that's probably not gonna do it. I don't know whether Dax should just go it alone and try and take that guy out, or bring the party in.
You didn't notice as you crossed past it any break in the stonework that would denote an entrance. There are arrow slits facing out from it, but there are no doors into it.
Oh. Alright, still holding again. Right, I think probably best if I go back to the party and we can,
Okay.
you know,
Roll me another stealth check.
So it all goes horribly wrong.
You
ugh.
creep back along the wall. And you get back to the party.
How well?
Was anyone else holding their breath for that? That was.
Yeah.
Oof.
13's an awful, because it's like, yeah, maybe. Like, and I shall explain all that I saw about the Dwergo in the little bunker who's meant to be on guard, not paying much attention. There seem to be some goats for some reason in the actual fortress. And it's, Dwergo.
Oh, I should have seen that coming. Actually, by the architecture, because they're more
Boring.
no function over form.
They collect stamps.
Sure, they come up the hard way, I guess. Well, it's got to be you living underground with spider gods always trying to eat you. So.
Now, I'm wondering if there's a tunnel from that bunker to the fortress, because I couldn't see a way you'd get in there, other than like from outside.
Right.
We could go and ask him.
I could go and ask him. I know the language he speaks. Should we manage to get the jump on him? And
Now, are they all evil? These are going to be bad guys, right? Like,
I mean, these are possibly the guys that have been stealing shit. I mean, we found dwarfy footprints and they're dwarfy sized.
oh, could I roll a history check about my, I guess, cousins, the Duragar?
Yeah?
Just
You want to go ball?
Cousin!
yeah, cousin.
My little cousin! Like,
It's like, I know Undercommon, but do I know? No, I don't. I don't know it.
Nope.
I don't know. Okay, that's fine. It's like
You've
I know
heard of
a bit.
Durgar.
yeah, I haven't. I don't think I've. I've got to have seen one, at least one, right?
my bit of history would I know? Like being a military and all that?
No, it's not the sort of thing that would really have come up with Waterdeep military.
Yes.
Never went to military.
Them two. Even less likely in Neverwinter, actually, I think.
Mm.
Like, in Waterdeep, you might have had to deal with Undermountain.
Yeah, but I was not in water.
But you weren't in Waterdeep, so
Never winter.
you were in Neverwinter, and they don't have Undermountain. Because it's in Waterdeep.
now, would anyone be able to using a spell or some manner of ability, get through those arrow slits into the bunker?
No.
I'm assuming they're too small for even our small smallest member.
How do you spell
I mean, if we got a run up, we might be able to force him through.
Hey, what?
AJ also says no.
but I'd like to ask out of character, how do you spell Durgar, wherever you got it?
Yes, one moment.
Please. Thank you. I bet you just want P's and Q's.
I think you could put the title back, John.
I'll put the title back now.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Hey.
And for the sake of spelling somebody's about to say Durgar, it's the GM.
Wonderful.
And I don't suppose anyone would know how to get through steel bars covering like a culvert. No one's.
AJ shakes their head.
No. I don't know how to. I don't know how to word it. I feel like if we, maybe you can call it level up. We could get through all these things.
Take our skills to the next level, say.
Yeah. Something tells me we shouldn't be here yet.
We
This
don't
is
know how
not
many
my
of them
pay
there
grade.
are.
You are trying to overlook things.
I feel like this is above my pay grade, guys.
I mean, we can get in. It's just, I don't think we're going to be able to do it. I don't think we'd survive a full frontal assault, but it seems like that's the only way in currently we have.
Are there any animals about here?
You don't see any.
Oh, bloody animals.
Always irreliable.
We could, and now it's going to sound far-fetched and probably a bad idea, but we could always talk to them.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Bad idea. They've been stealing, but like, if there's an entire Durgar stronghold here,
Yeah, and then they can
why
alarm.
haven't they? Yeah, why haven't they just destroyed the town?
Maybe it's they.
Uh,
I
also,
don't know about much of these. Maybe they just want the place to live in, and they don't want to be.
out of character, is it only been like one thing at a time going missing, or has it like been multiple things in a day?
It's been one thing at a time.
Which that's weird if there's multiple of them. When they sneak in like 2 or 3 and steal stuff.
Also, Tanny's redeemed a stretch at some point
No.
recently.
Stretch. I mean it.
No.
Stretch.
Oh,
Oh, thank you, Danny.
Oh, what was that?
Cup of tea.
I'll take a cup of tea. I can use one, even though it's really hot.
I still have a cup of tea.
Of
So
the
now
potential.
It'll have constant ice lollies.
Potential plan. I could make myself look like a Durgar.
And you speak like a Durgar, though.
Look like a Durgar, speak like a Durgar. You take it.
No, but it might be enough to get me. I don't know, through a door.
I could. If one thing going missing from a town could also point to just one of them leaving and taking something and then going back.
good.
I mean, what had gone missing? There was the lamp, the magic lamp thing. What else had been taken?
One moment.
I know it was listed, but I can't.
It was a color switching magic lantern, a pair of goats, and a small sack of pearls.
That does all seem like I don't see why they've taken those things.
Well, did you say you heard goats?
Yes.
Well, they definitely have them, so we have to go in. You didn't happen to see a door on that little bunker of as you passed it, did you?
No, I think it was sort of specifically said that like the stonework is like
Solid.
complete. Yeah, there's the arrow
Sweet.
slits. Yeah, but that's why I think it's a tunnel. But that doesn't help us get in.
No, it doesn't. Right. I mean, my aim's probably not the best.
Here's a boring suggestion. Sooner or later, is someone going to come out to steal some more stuff?
Should we wait then? If
Yeah, maybe like-
if one of them's leaving, there must be another way to get in and out of here. But it's just cliff and other places, and where did you say the culvert was? It was like right next to the door, but there was no way to sort of like. It was just like thick iron, right?
Yeah, it's
barred
like-
entrance.
Yeah, like you could conceivably get through it, I think, but it would be tricky. I think especially tricky to do it quietly.
When you checked out the culvert, it was just like thick iron bars, yeah?
Yeah.
Dax? Hello?
Yep. Can
Can
you hear
anyone
me?
hear me?
Yeah,
Hello?
Yeah.
you
Nothing.
can't hear us apparently.
Marco.
Hello.
No.
Runs away.
Anyone got any plans?
I can make a cup of tea.
Don't see any way of getting in other than through the front door, and we can't go through the front door because that'll probably mean death.
I don't think we should go in. I mean, we'll have to probably come back a little bit later when we're a little bit more prepared. Right now, our focus is just trying to find Garrett and the others.
I mean, can we get past this place without them seeing us?
Nope.
Well, you have successfully got to the door and back without being noticed. You could leave and look for Garrett and the others and return to this place later, knowing that it's here now. You know where to go.
I think that might.
be.
I don't see a way we can get in without extreme casualties.
Mm.
I feel like
I
I'm guessing
to
a
have-
voice in my head. And I feel like we shouldn't be here.
let's well, now that we know where it
I am
is,
not
and-
telling you that you can't get in here. I'm telling you that if you want to go somewhere else, you can. There is also a door there. You can see a door.
Okay.
There's blatantly a door. Door.
We can walk up and go, hey!
What's on the other side of that door that we're worried about?
I mean, especially since we follow the dwarfy tracks and came to ogre tracks, which that's probably how they get in and out that door. He's the doorman, but we don't have that man. We could wait for him because most ogres tend to be a bit on the simple side. So we might better convince him that we're friends and he would open the door for us.
That'd be great.
But it's a long shot.
What do you say to a dwarf, a tiefling, and a goblin in a trench coat?
Don't know.
No idea.
No, that wasn't a joke. I was saying, what would you? How would you say that if that was a plan? A dwarf, a goblin, and a tiefling in a trench coat, and we walked
Oh.
up to the door.
You have a trench coat?
You have a trench coat that big?
No, I
Yeah.
was rather hoping
No.
one of you would.
I could look like a Durgar, go and knock on the door, and see what happens. But that does seem a risky plan.
If you wanted to take me along with you.
Hmm.
Dwarvish prisoners. I've heard stories of dwarvish prisoners going.
Well, I mean, no one's gonna see.
Then you're in there. Then you'll probably be taken in there. And then it'd be just you in there
I'm
as a
not,
slave.
but I'm not actually like it's a fake capturing.
Yeah. I think you could just look like
AJ.
another.
AJ just points out, well, I could also look like a Durgar, but also then, yes, it's just the three of us in there.
Well, look, what if, right, Brim, like, you're a dwarf, and I know
I am
these
a
other guys
dwarf.
look a bit different, but see, you
Aye.
put a cloak on with a hood, who's going to know the difference from a distance?
Problem is, as you can see, I do have a massive beard on my face, and it is noticeably a different color than the Duragar, and it's also braided really nicely, and it's got little beads in it. I think it might give me away.
So we've got to
But-
shave you, right?
If you touch my hair, I will break your hand. No shaving.
So it sounds like, see, but I don't know, like we're saying we could sneak past, but we've got some people in our group who aren't good at sneaking. Oh, we've got two people that can fly.
And there are two people that can fly. Another thing is I know the language, so if I just sat out there and shouted and as a distraction while you, I don't know, snuck past, be something. Could probably even get someone to open the doors.
What if me and AJ look like Durgar? You shout something out in their language to bring some people out, and then we just sort of go in with them when they go back in.
I love this plan, actually. And then, what?
AJ looks at you, Dax, but then it's just the two of us in there. That's
Yeah, but then
less
we can-
than the three of us in there.
Yeah, but then we can see what's going on.
And then how do you propose you get out?
We could go through this tunnel into the bunker.
And then you're trapped in the bunker.
Kill that one there. That's one done. I don't know. I think this it's the best plan I think we've got. But
it's either that or a full frontal assault, and we don't know their numbers.
there's also the option we could try and talk to them.
What if AJ says we go and come back later? They're not going anywhere.
But are we going? I'm only was it that are we going to be able to stealth past them?
We don't need a stealth pass. We just go back the way we came and go the other way.
Is there another way? So is there another way up the mountain where we can go and try and find Garrett?
Yes.
Right. Well, let's do that then.
Aye. We can come back for the goats. We continue on.
Okay.
I'm so excited to try whatever, like, weird plan we've got to get them back, to get the items back later.
You continue heading up the mountain and travel for another 2 hours or so. Further up and around the mountain into a different area. Could I get a survival check, please?
Could I make another sort of perception check just as we're going?
Yes.
Oof. Nice.
Okay. You keep your eyes open, Brim, and you scan the horizon, and everything seems pretty clear.
Okay.
Dax, you've now been traveling up the mountain for about 4 hours in total. With a maybe about a half hour or so break at the fortress, the outpost. You see 2 tents pitched in the snow near an icy outcropping that would act as a natural wind barrier. Between the tents is an overturned sled, and still harnessed to the sled are 5 sled dogs.
Are the sled dogs okay?
They're cold and miserable.
But they're not dead.
They're not dead. They're alive.
Oh.
Oh,
They're cold and miserable.
When we said it was overturned, I just imagined them all sort of...
The sled is
frozen.
overturned. They are stood around howling.
oh, poor dears.
I will point this out to everyone. And can I see any signs of, I don't know, a struggle or danger or, a dead body, sticking out the snow?
Oh, the dogs would have eaten it.
Probably. Is there any signs of an eaten body? What's going?
Partially eaten?
I'm going to bring you to another map.
Second map.
This is the level 5 part of the mountain that we've also gotten to too early.
I was half expecting the map to be called Murder Scene or something like that.
Murder scene. Oh my god.
Technically, this isn't a map. This is just a picture of a mountain.
We were just like going out the cave like Scooby Doo.
I'm on top of the mountain.
Oh, that was easy. How did he get up there so fast?
You don't see any signs of a struggle here, other than at some point in the last while, one of the reins of the sled dogs has broken off, and you can assume that the missing dog is Boy, who came and found you.
Boy.
You also notice that the sled was carrying 2 crates, one of which, in the upturning of the sled, has broken open, and the supplies that were in it are gone now. Explaining probably what the dogs have been eating for the past week or so.
Yeah.
Suggests there's no people in those tents, though, because they would have tidied this up.
Yes.
Can I pick up a stone and throw it at the tent?
You can indeed.
Do you need a roll for this, or...?
I think you are capable of striking a stationary tent.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, Sean suspects you might need to make a dexterity check.
They're fairly jumpy tents.
Make me a dex
Fairly
check and
jumpy
see if
tent.
you can hit a stationary tent or whether the tent dodges you.
5.
I would have loved it if it was a natural one.
Natural 1, you just hurl the stone at your own head. Ow! You fling a stone at the tent, and the stone impacts the tent. The tent is there and solid and takes the impact of a stone, as you would expect a canvas tent to.
I'm going towards the tent.
I think what I wanted to see was if anyone then came out. That's what I was...
No, it was a good one.
Nobody leaves the tent.
Just some crotchety old man. You kids get off my property!
I start shouting and be like, "Hello? Is anyone in the?"
I am going to run up to the puppies and pet them.
They're definitely not puppies.
I'm petting the puppies.
They are
Yeah.
large wolf-sized dogs, but they are friendly and they take the pets.
That's what I said. Puppies.
I open the tent. I find a way to open the tent.
The tent is locked.
The tent is locked. It's a tent. It doesn't look like it's been slept in recently.
Is there any kind of items or anything like that that shows, or is there anything valuable? Is it
You
just
can't see
nothing
anything.
there?
It looks like the tents were set up and then the people have left. They've probably taken things with them.
Is there shown a sign of struggle or sign of they left in a hurry?
You can't see, but any tracks leading away from here have been obliterated in the snow and wind, so it's difficult to tell.
My
is there anything else?
theory, and this is probably the true theory, is that they got abducted by aliens.
Is there anything around the tents, like any mounds or like 6 mounds in a line?
You don't see any, no.
Could I check the second tent? Is it much the same as the first?
Much the same as the first. Dax, you looking around, while there aren't any tracks, you can look up the mountain and see a path that they would likely have taken.
I shall point this out.
And you get a pretty good idea that if you go that way, you will follow where these people went.
Could we get this second sled sort of going again?
You could, in theory, get the second sled going. It's not going to be able to carry as much as the first sled because it's only got 5 dogs.
Yeah, and also
they're quite hungry.
Yeah.
But they will follow you.
I've got a bunch of rations that have jerky in it.
You also the second crate that was on the sled has enough rations to feed 4 people for 3 days.
Oh, that's good. So we can. Just thinking again, we might need to carry some people. We've got 2 sleds.
Aye.
Even.
Ah! I just had a random cat attack my foot and then ran off.
A random cat? Is this a different cat to the one?
No,
I assume it's the same cat.
It's the same cat. She just went random and go, yeah, and attacked the foot and then ran off. Oh, no, she didn't run off too far. Meryl.
You start following the path up the mountain that Dax points out. And the howling wind and blowing snow and slippery ice make the climb treacherous, but Dax is expert at navigating his way through this environment.
We've got our few things if we need them.
And ahead of you, perched on a large rock formation, you see 4 more creatures who are excellent at navigating this sort of frigid environment, and they all say, meh.
Oh.
And you see 4 mountain goats ahead of you.
Good God.
I wonder the crave for that mineral.
How big?
Just goat-sized.
Fair enough. Mountain
I don't
goats.
think anyone actually understands about the craving for that mineral.
Meh.
Yeah.
That was the meaning of it.
90 degrees.
Oh God, Meryl, climb on the chair.
I understand. Don't
Would it be
cite
worth
the magic to me? Anyway.
Would it be
and
worth
Stanza
casting?
has now redeemed a stretch.
No.
I don't need what to stretch.
You stretch your muscles.
Oh,
You need to
right.
sit for a bit. Let's.
Meh.
I can
You know,
I can perhaps speak to the animals.
right, do that. Let's see if they've seen anything. See if of our
Just
wayward.
calling it out. You're going to talk to them, and then I go, "You have to help us. We've been turned into goats."
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
That would be something that I want to be surprised of, since it's like 4 people that we're finding. Is it 4 people or 3?
It's 4 people and 4 goats.
We're turning to goats and going to fire us at a stronghold.
This would be so funny if they got turned into goats.
Please.
It'd be terrible, but it'd be funny.
I will cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
You have to help us. We've turned into goats.
And
Do you
I will say,
ritually cast it, or do you?
Oh, yeah, I'll
spell?
ritually cast
Actually,
it.
can you ritually cast it? I don't remember.
Oh, I believe I can. It says I can.
It's a ritual spell, but does
Ritual spell that does-
Ranger have
just a quick check.
ritual
Okay.
casting?
I'm pretty sure Rangers have
I
ritual casting.
don't think they do.
Bear with
could
me
be
a
wrong.
moment.
Is it Ranger or Ranger Revised? Really?
Fighting style spells. Yeah, no, you don't get ritual casting, I'm afraid, unless you take the feat for it. So
Yeah, that seems to be what I'm saying as well here. So, yeah,
you
I've used the
cast
spell,
it.
but that's what it's there for.
The lead goat just looks at you and goes, "Hi,
Hello.
I like your antlers."
I'm not sure I'd call them antlers, but thank you for the compliment. I like your hooves.
Thank you.
Yes. Now, we are looking for some of our friends who came up here and haven't come back home.
That's not good.
It is not good, because they're not like you mountain goats who can just live up here, be, quite happy.
Not gonna lie, I'm assuming like this is like a normal public conversation, but outwards, it would like.
To everybody else, it is just bleating back and forth. Dax is now meh.
So we are looking for 4 people, and I will describe what they look like. Have you seen them? They were camped we believe, just further down the mountain there, and I'll point out the camp if we can still see it.
The goats sort of look back in the direction. Yeah, we don't go that way. It's just too far down. We stay up high.
Is there a reason you don't go down there?
It's safer up here.
Safer from
Hunters.
Okay. But did you
Lots
see any of these people?
two-legged.
Yes. They didn't come up this path, did they? These 4 people?
Do you see anybody come up this way? I haven't seen anyone. Do you see anyone? I maybe saw one of them. Didn't. No, you didn't, Dave.
Fucking Dave.
Fuck, his name is Dave.
But that seems to
And
be
then the third one just... No, I saw them. They came up this way. I didn't see them go down again, though. You're going the right way.
Okay, so now I don't know how you goats measure the passage of time. When was this? How long ago?
The lead one looks over at the one that saw them and looks up into the sky. How many times has it gone dark since then? It starts like clopping a hoof on the ground. More than I can count.
They do have like less than 5 int bless them.
Okay, well, I don't.
More than 5 dark times ago.
Okay. Did they look in good health?
They seemed okay when they went up, but I've not seen them since they passed us.
Is there another way they could have came down the mountain?
Errol.
There's the other side of the mountain, maybe, but there's just nothing on that side of the mountain. But
Well,
or they're still up there.
You've been very helpful with this. Is there anything I can do for you as a favor?
The lead goat
Anything
looks. You got any food?
I'd certainly. I shall give them some food.
Meh.
Time for that mineral.
While I have you here, are there any more dangers on this mountain? Any dangerous monsters? Unsafe places to walk because it'll just collapse or anything like that we should be wary of?
Lots of unsafe places. You should be careful of your step. You two-legged things have much less nimble grip of the mountain than we do. If you go too high up, there are big furry things that have 2 legs and lots of fur. We stay clear of those as well.
Yeah.
Sounds right.
Well, that's That's very helpful. Thank you, and I hope you have good mountain goat lives and experiences. And I shall thank them again and go back to the group and explain that conversation.
You just, as you're leaving, you hear one of the ones at the back of the group just go, I like that one. He talks our language. That's not usual for two legs.
Good with animals. So I'll explain all this. So we seem to be going the right way. They
Fantastic.
warned us about something that sounds like Yetis. Something,
The Yetis
Uh,
exist?
Never seen a Yeti before.
they do.
Terrifying.
Sounds
My secret was originally going to be I was raised by a Yeti. Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, but because I said I was raised by hags in my backstory, we changed that. But so yeah, nearly raised by a Yeti. So yeah, Yetis exist.
Right. Okay.
I actually pitched that we should have had a sitcom style where the Yeti was the wacky neighbor who could come in and like do odd jobs for the hags. But
That would have been that's an excellent backstory, actually.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic backstory, and I hope you loved growing up in your like sitcom household.
Yeah. There's a theme song. When the Yeti walks in, everyone shouts Yeti. It's
Yeti!
it's just fantastic childhood that Dax had.
Mm.
So keep heading this way. It seems
Upward?
along this path. I'm assuming that's upward.
Yes.
Right. Let's hope we catch them before we run into Yetis.
You continue to press onwards and climb rough mountainside. And at this point, I'm going to ask you all to make this roll. Could you make me a perception check, please?
Ooh.
But click on this. Yeah, roll.
Yes.
no.
Oh, that's absolutely crazy.
Would I get advantage for any reason?
No, not on this.
I see nothing.
Okay.
I love having this. I think Dax and I have the same wisdom, and I think that's very cool of us.
Other than Snicket, you all notice. I don't know what's got Snicket distracted at the moment, but you see hundreds of feet up the mountain, you see a glistening white expanse of packed snow. And as you get halfway across it, there's a loud crack from higher up the mountain, followed by a rumbling noise as the ground starts to shake.
Oh,
Dear.
Tell me, is that an avalanche? Is it called an avalanche?
That's called an avalanche.
Motherfuckers!
I haven't noticed this.
And it's at this point as you start calling to the group, hey, there's an avalanche. I'm going to ask you...
I'm pretty sure we didn't just go, hey, by the way, there's an avalanche.
Well, you know,
Just so you know.
just
come up.
just a quick
Just so you're aware.
warning.
There's nothing to worry about, just an avalanche.
Could I get a acrobatics check from everybody?
I like this cool little thing here.
this is very cool.
I need to remember to use this more.
Ugh.
Oh god, I hope I roll fucking good. Where's my roll? I just roll! Natural 20!
Oh,
Natural 20!
snick it!
Sticky
Oh,
just-
snick it! No.
Oh
It's
dear.
very-
Can I save Snicket if it happened?
Just fucking stick, like we go, oh no, an earthquake. Sticky's like, where? Look down the mountain.
and the snow starts hurling past you, and Snicket is really not paying attention to it apparently, and little legs start trying to get out. The rest of you start running, and it starts to hit into where you are, and finally, as you start to get out of the way of it, it starts becoming a little bit harder, and you've got to push your way through it. Push your way through it more than like acrobatically running across the surface. You're now using some athletics to sort of force your way through the last bits of the
I did a thing.
Oh, Dax.
Yeah. Well, if I die up here, you're all dying as well. So.
Yeah. I'm also dying apparently.
Mine rolled, but it's not appearing on the little thing.
No, it isn't. Do you know what you rolled?
I got an 80,
Okay.
which I got a +1 strength, 19. But either way,
Excellent. Okay. The snow settles. Cairn and Cherish, and those are the only two that made every single roll.
all right.
No, AJ also made all of the rolls. Cairn and Cherish and AJ, you managed to get out of the way of the snow.
CIC.
Everything's
CIC.
fine. Brim and Dax, you failed one of these, so you both take
Oh no.
1 whole point of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, that's it.
Insane.
Oh my
It's
god.
dead.
He's
Oh,
so
God.
dead. Oh
Yeah,
god.
roll new characters.
I'm so sorry for you both. It's dreadful. You slightly twisted your ankle as you got out the last little bit. And suddenly announced that you were a wanderer.
By the way, I'm a wanderer.
Sorry about that.
Meanwhile, Snicket,
Hello, yes, hello.
as the snow settles, you notice that Snicket didn't quite make it out.
Like two little legs sticking up in the air.
Snicket, you take 11 points of damage,
Oh god. Oh,
and
guys.
you are partially buried.
I'm going to help. Cherish's going to go straight to Snicket and try to dig him out.
Okay.
Yeah. Same.
Come on, Tinker. Come on, get out.
Make me an athletics check, Cherish.
All
Can
right.
You can have
Can I
advantage
help?
because Brim is helping.
I'm not a strong dwarf.
15.
If hover over it in the chat and press the little plus button to roll it with advantage. And you rolled the same number twice.
It's gotta be 15. I was like, gotta be 15.
It's 15. You and Brim take about a minute, and you push the snow off of Snicket and pull him free. And that was deeply unpleasant, but you survived your first avalanche of the game.
Ow.
I'll be like, Tinker.
Disconcerting.
Stick it.
Ow.
John, you okay?
No.
I just started looking around to see if he's like, because I'm assuming I picked him up because he's like,
Hey man, you dead? No man.
I'm just gonna dig around painfully in my pack and just like pull out a huge syringe with glowing green liquid and just like stab it into my chest.
You stab yourself with a large needle, and your wounds start to close up, and the bruises fade.
right, you Tinker, you're going on my back. So I just like turn around and say, climb on.
Are the dogs all right?
Yes, the dogs are fine. They have plot armor of we're not avalanching a dog.
Fantastic. I'm so glad.
This is no hurting animals zone. No animals were harmed within this campaign.
Oh yeah, this is that's a dog off the ground.
No.
Yeet one of your pets.
I would never, ever do.
Never do.
Okay.
Well, they're all harnessed together as well, so if one goes...
They're all
You
going.
reach a steep, snow-covered incline dotted with jagged rocks. Lying face down in the snow, barely conscious, is a humanoid in blood-stained, cold-weather clothing.
Oh shit!
Runs up to him
I run up.
Yeah.
To him.
and flips him over and tries to find out.
Oh.
Tries to.
Cool, I'm bringing you to a map.
This is a very big map. I am concerned.
Who this bloke? Who that bloke?
Who this for? Who that for? Who are you?
You turn over a humanoid. A human.
as in a human. That's what I mean. It's like humanoid is a very broad term.
You turn over a humanoid human. A rugged man with a beard. And he just looks up and...
Garrett?
Yes. Who are you?
Who are you?
Right.
Your husband has words for you, and we have been instructed to drag your sorry carcass
Back down the mountain.
I can't go back yet.
I'm assuming you, where are the others? I'm assuming you've been told that you were with other people.
I mean, should we like try? Are these is this blood-stained clothing because he is horribly injured, or
Yes, could we attend to any injuries he has before we
rather than like?
interrogate him further?
He has horrible injuries. As you tend to his wounds, we were climbing higher up the mountain, and we were ambushed by Yeti. I lured the Yeti away from the others, got it to chase me down the mountain. I escaped with my life when the monster stopped following, but I'm not leaving the mountain without the others.
Well, you're not in any mood. Well, you're not in any shape to go after them yourself. So,
I don't intend to go after them alone, but
fantastic then. It's decided you're coming with us.
no,
Yep.
we're going to find them.
Yes, you're coming with us and we're going to find them.
Yeah.
Are
Rime,
we going back down the mountain?
Yes.
at this point, your perception checks that you've been maintaining, just roll me one real quick.
Sure.
I'll point out
For-
DM.
For no reason whatsoever.
Natural
Yeah, of course.
one.
Of course.
Natural one. Natural.
Stuck it.
Brim,
DM, can I just point out my abilities? It's very hard for me to be surprised in my favourite terrain, even if I'm doing something else.
you
So
can
we
point
point
that
that
out.
Don't know. Everybody else instantly dies
You
apart
can,
from you.
you can point that out, but it won't save you.
Ooh. Terrifying. So, a 25 perception there, John.
Okay, Brim, you notice, as everybody else is sort of tending to the wounds of this guy, and I notice that Firefox isn't keeping up with the chat, you notice a pair of white cats prowling through the environment, getting closer.
We've got company.
So close to saying something.
Oh my god.
Reddy's crossbow.
These- I don't think they look like happy, good kitty.
I don't know. They look like big kitty to me. Look at the big kitty.
They may be a big kitty, but I don't think they're good.
Yeah, look at the kitty.
Oh, Carrion.
Maybe they can be your pets. Maybe they can be your pets. We need
Could I
initiatives
have-
now.
Could I have initiative checks from everybody, please?
Oh, I can do it on the actual thingy-majiggy. I'm going to press that button. Button pressed.
Where were you? Where were you 5 minutes ago? And I was getting buried under an avalanche.
Oh.
Who brought that 20?
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Crag cat.
oh, jeez, Rick.
Snicket.
Oh,
Ain't
jeez.
him, stick it.
Yes, I am going to. I can't really cower behind a rock because if I go from one side, I'm open to the other side. So I'm going to try and cower here, and pull out another dart, another big dart, and it's going to be concussive blast against this one down here.
Okay.
So you need to make me a Constitution check. Never
He
mind.
does.
Half damage, so it's half of mighty 3 points of force damage against that guy.
Okay.
Have you got any bonus actions? Features? I can do a nimble escape. I can hide. I'm going to try and. We've done that before. Never mind. No, never mind.
Nope.
No, I'm going to hide actually, just in case. I'm going to try and hide behind here.
Okay. Roll me a stealth
Stealth.
check.
Don't know why that was advanced.
Because you're wearing armor.
You're wearing armor.
Natural 1. I am perfectly hidden.
You pull yourself into this rock, and you are very certain that you are hidden. Everybody else, Snicket's over here, in case you're wondering. Snicket's right there.
Right there.
Appreciate the heads
Cat.
up.
Fucking
Cat
he's right
Smith is
there,
right there.
AJ. AJ is going to approach this cat and stab it with a rapier. That stabs it with a rapier.
It is stabbed.
And then let's follow that up with a dagger for a bonus action dagger. That will also hit it. That should just be 3 points of damage, though. So next up, it is Carrion.
I am going to stay. I'm going to move a little bit. Right. So, actually, no, I'm going to move a little bit. I'm going to move a little bit up as well. Because I don't know how far reach these things have. So,
This is fair.
so I'm going. I think I'm just going to chuck a magic missile at the one that's not been hit yet. Actually, no, the one that has been hit. The one down here. This one.
The lower one. Okay.
Actually, no. I'm gonna go for the one that's, because I think the one down there has taken a little bit more. Actually, no, it's taken less. Yeah, I'll go for the one I said.
The bottom one has taken less damage at the moment.
So, while I know AJ probably will need assistance taking it down, I feel other people will be better suited at helping take that one down.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna
So that is one dart.
do that. So that many.
Okay. 3 darts of energy whiz out of Carrion and slam into the crag cat, who lets out a yelp in rage and charges forward towards, let's say, Snicket, who's definitely hidden.
It's like,
You can't see me. You can't see me.
You
literally,
scream
you
at the
employ-
creature.
you've employed the just covering your eyes if I can't see them.
La 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 la.
And it lunges forward with a bite. Does a 21 hit your armor class?
It does. Ow.
You take 9 points of piercing damage as its sharp teeth dig into you.
Where's the damage? Come on, damage. Where's? No, I don't need to pop out the message. Do I do that, or do you need to do that?
What's that?
I'm trying to apply the damage, and it's not apply, and I can't see. I'm not getting the message. The option to apply the damage.
If you hover over the number, you should see it.
Hovering over the number, not seeing anything.
If you've got your token selected.
Ah. Oh.
Dax.
Okay, I am going to move here, and I will cast Hunter's Mark on the southern crag cat.
Okay, it is marked.
And then I will shoot it with my bow.
Joe Biden own core rates are really sub-zero, -10, 10 moments. So, but it might, there's still a lot of work to do.
Not with that, I don't think.
Oh dear.
That'll hit.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
15 will hit.
Okay, and so that is 6 points. Oh, sorry, 9 piercing, and then I need to roll a d6 for Hunter's Mark damage.
Yes.
Today, shopping at Unity Japan, they got discounted for the children. Last summer,
Nice.
ran the day.
And if I apply that as damage, it goes down. Cherish.
Yes. It is. I done.
It is your turn.
Well, there's a good cat in front of me. I'm gonna go and attack it.
Okay.
We get children out to it, but having a good child
Hang on.
easy can be difficult.
Hang on. Just one.
There's organised events like this in Birmingham. Nearly 70
Just seeing if there's any bonus action before I do it.
I don't think you do have any really at this point.
Disband. I'll use my great sword.
Okay.
I didn't roll a one.
You see, I can't help but think there's a reminder.
Oh dear.
I rolled a one on my own.
You swing the great sword round, and the cat nimbly moves out of the way, and the weight of the sword keeps traveling down, and you slam it into the ground, and there's a crack that runs up the blade, and the new sharpened edge suddenly is not as sharp as it once was.
You just hear a loud shit.
Black iron blades.
And further up the mountain, we hear another avalanche.
Are black iron blades bad? Are they bad at their job?
No, it's just almost every campaign that we've been in. We picked up a sponsor from them, and they have like kind of bad quality weapons.
They are noted in the book for being cheap, and cheap for a reason.
Why did you go with them?
The cheap?
Well, Jared doesn't know.
Highly recommended.
Garrett pulls a longbow and aims at the cat at the north. And fires and hits. And it is then the cat's turn. And the cat thought he saw a giant bird attacking it.
Oh no. I thought cat.
Swings at AJ and strikes with its claws. Brim.
Right. So I'm probably going to regret this. Actually, I'm going to go over to here and I'm going to punch it 3 times. Surprise, surprise.
Okay.
I'm going to spend one of my 2 key points and flurry of blows.
Let's get some attacks in.
Okay,
With
so
advantage.
Action one first. Oh, perfect.
I like. It's nice of you to consider Snicket a threat.
Well, threat, plaything in the mouth, either way.
Let's see if I get a crit, even though I'm pretty sure that one hits. I don't.
It does hit, though. Definitely
It does
hits.
hit, though. Yeah. Right, the first one, and then bonus action. Let's see, that one with advantage 2.
Still
And
hits.
then awesome.
And this crag cat is down.
Ooh. Okay. Just punch. Just.
Punch the cat to death.
No. As I said, I think last session, these fists, while they're rated E for everyone, are non-lethal.
Punched a cat into maybe now's not the time for dinner.
Yeah. That is always the goal. And then, so I used
15 feet
5.
of movement.
Means I've got 25 left. So it's 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, Get me there.
In the women's 400 relay,
could I, because I like knocked it out in 2? Could I get my key point back because I didn't use it?
Yeah, you can.
I feel a lot better about that turn all of a sudden.
Snicket.
Okay, I am going to take the disengage action as a bonus action because I just don't trust this thing.
Okay, you disengage from the dead creature.
Unconscious creature, that's why I'm disengaging.
Unconscious
from it.
creature. You just like pry yourself out of its jaws.
I'm going to come around here and I'm going to raise my crossbow and shoot a firebolt at the other one.
That'll
17.
hit.
For 7 points of damage, I'm going to throw Fury. No, I'm not going to throw Fury on the storm. I'm just going to be 7 points of fire damage against it.
Okay. AJ is gonna rapier the cat.
That cat is slightly singed.
That was nearly the one that they need to roll as well.
to the delay to the crowded Easter Road. Any other game, living some beats them.
Did AJ also get
AJ
The
also
rapier
got their
from-
rapier sharpened
from-
at black iron blades.
so that it also has the remind me when this rolls a 1 thing?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
That's incredible. I'm so glad my weapons are my fists. You
But
can't misfire fists.
the crag cats are downed.
Thank you very much. Apologies.
The music calms back to the ambient playlist.
And Snicker just collapses to the ground.
I toddle over to the dead one and pet it.
Kirby.
I walk over to the live one and make it dead.
Okay, it is no more.
Yeah, almost there.
Bereft of life, it rests in
Another heat wave on the way, but even fails to tell. Not but
Nick, how you doing?
long.
It has run down the curtain and joined the choir in vestibule.
Just breathing heavily. You can see that, he's got blood pouring out of places where there shouldn't be blood.
Do you have any more of those syringes for yourself?
More.
Jake's head. No,
Now, this
I don't.
We need to head back down the mountain.
We've got to head up the mountain. We've got to get his friends.
No, we don't. We were hired for a job. We were hired for a
I'm
job.
not leaving without them.
You are going to die if you go up there with or
They are
without
going
us.
to die if we leave them. If they aren't already.
Well, that's hardly encouraging me to go look for them. But they might be already dead. Our friend here is nearly dead.
I get the feeling that if we're just an. Ooh, AJ throws out a healing word.
Who was that for?
Snicket, I imagine.
Well, no, but AJ was hurt as well, wasn't he?
AJ, I don't think wasn't hurt as much.
Yeah.
As badly as Snicket was.
Snicker's not having a good day.
AJ throws out a healing word for AJ as well. And
Yes, Snicker's not having a good day.
Up to around 30 feet. 36.
Alright, once we get back down the mountain, you can rest, regain your strength,
we
and we'll
need
come
to
back.
go back up the mountain. It's been a week already.
The one with our colleague Frost.
Yes, they had. Did they have any supplies with them?
I don't think so.
And you were their guide.
Yes.
You have to accept that they are almost certainly dead.
Then we will go and find that out. If you
Does anyone else have any opinions on this?
I mean,
If you're injured, we can rest here for a while. But I'm not leaving the mountain.
seems just pretty stubborn about it.
I like
Snicket,
I like
are you okay
I'm feeling better, but I can go on, but I can't take another one like that.
I'm back.
I mean,
Right.
if we take like an hour to collect ourselves and stuff, then we can go up and look. That's my opinion.
They all died?
Yes.
Just gonna look at her fucking sword and just like, fuck's sake.
Or
She's a little bit down by it because it was one of her most used and known swords, so she's just like a little bit bummed out by it.
It's damaged, but still usable.
Yeah.
does it have like the rust monster effect on it, where it's -1/-1?
No, it doesn't have the bonus it used to have.
I think it's like if I rolled a
It's
1.
back down to being a normal.
It's a
Greatsword.
normal greatsword again.
You got a politely. Talon's rapier shattered when it happened to him.
Yeah, Talon's rapier was made by black iron blades.
Oof.
This was just
Not
a
just-
bonus put upon it.
So, Garrett, it's a miracle you're alive.
Yes. And they might be too.
Unlike some museums, such as the British Museum, who also have
Let's get our breath back.
to do. Well, I think it'd rather be
That was it. Let's get our breath back.
decision. Turn these on. Find building which are appropriate. Means
Take time.
the museums is
Listen,
Put the blood back in.
these objects were
I go over to Dax and just go, even if we got him on the dog's sled, I think he'd just throw himself off it and try to start going back up the mountain anyway. This way, even if they are dead, it's peace of mind, and we'll be able to get him down faster this way anyway.
And his naked dies?
If we get allowed to rest, it'll be fucking. I'm not. I'm sorry.
Then we bury a friend.
I go up to them lot whisperingly. Do you have bells?
But that was actually too quiet for me to hear.
Yeah, what was that?
I'll say it out loud. I'll say it out loud as a character, as a
You just
player,
say
but
it.
Yeah.
I have sleep. If
yeah.
he's kicking to come back, I've got sleep. We can knock him out and we can bring him back, and then we can go.
You guys know that you can rest. You don't need to leave the mountain to have a rest.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
We can literally just do a short rest. That's just do an hour rest. And
That's the
heal.
entire point of short rests, is that you take damage, and then you take a short rest, and then you keep going. You don't need to run out of the dungeon every time you...
Oh, I personally thought it sounded like he was going to leave, like we were going to go back, and then he was going to run back to find them. That's what I've overheard, because since I missed a bit, I thought...
No, he is saying he's not going to leave the mountain until he wants to keep going and find the people that he left up the mountain.
And I was saying it will be easier to just follow him doing that than it will be to take him kicking and screaming down the mountain.
Also, the fact that we'd have to go all the way back down the mountain, and then he's going to come
all the way
up.
back up.
He's going to have to come up with him. So we might as well just do it up here while we're up here.
Yeah, because that's what I was trying to say, because I personally sound like we were going to go back and he wasn't going to like it. That's why I said, like, if you need sleep, we can knock him out, but now you've made it more sense to me. Because I was like, there'd be no point of coming back after, because I know he wants to go and find his friends, so that's just, you just made it a bit clearer to me.
Short rest.
Short rest.
Okay,
I have to heal that one damage that was done to me.
You take a short rest, and AJ does a little dance of short resting. Which means that anybody that uses a
hit dice.
Anybody that uses a hit dice gets an extra D6.
I'm
I
alright
don't
at the
need-
moment.
I will, however, use my arcane recovery to regain the spell slot I used.
Lovely.
Nice.
Alright.
I think I'll actually still have that point of damage. I'm resting, but I don't think I'm in need of.
Okay, a few things that I need to unpack. First of all, I rolled 2 hit dice by mistake, but they both came out as 1s, so I didn't mean to press that second one.
Okay, well, give yourself the hit dice back.
Where's that in the list?
It is under your character portrait. There's a little
I see it.
box with them in.
Got it.
Did you still need to regain any hit points after your...
Yeah, I was 1 short, so I'll take the Song of Rest.
Song of Rest. Okay, we are getting close to the end, but...
Yep, back to full.
But I'm going to say you press on, zigzagging your way up the mountain, clinging to narrow ledges and scaling icy cliffs. And
It's that time of the night where we.
I'm going to ask for
That is, with me are the German.
an athletics check.
Oh boy,
Oh boy.
I'm the best at this.
So far, the conservative leadership.
I guess it's my fault for running a Dex character and oh no.
Oh, really?
Oh
Oh,
no.
13, what do you mean? It knocks you into a 13.
God, I wish it was a 13.
Okay.
Literally everyone bar me.
Just falls down, slides all the way down to the bottom.
I knock over a tree, use it as a surfboard for a snowboard for a while, end up right back in town and start the hike all over again.
Brim.
Get over it.
Let me double check a thing real quick, because I need to make sure that's a thing.
How you think if you fall down a mountain, you just get to the bottom and then you're fine and you just have to walk back up again?
Oh no, I'm most certainly dead once I reach the bottom, but like...
If it's enough of like a subtle incline, you just slide all the way down.
So in this bit, Brim is lagging a little bit behind. But the rest of you help and you encourage and you drag Brim through some of this. Brim, you take a point of exhaustion.
Okay.
Fun time.
Fun times.
Oh, they're usually con checks. Point of exhaustion. 1 point.
Oh dear.
And I'm gonna, unfortunately, now ask you to make the roll again.
I don't wanna.
Oh no.
What could
As
go
part of my
wrong?
favorite terrain ability, I will say the party when traveling with me, difficult terrain doesn't impact them, if that helps in any way whatsoever.
That was not a natural one.
Everyone's
That was
feeling this
not
one.
a natural one. That was not a natural one. That was a 7.
Levels of exhaustion. The first one is just disadvantage on ability checks, yeah?
Good question.
Yes.
Yes?
Level 1 is ability and but skill checks count as ability checks.
Yes.
Yeah.
15. Oh,
That's a lot better.
Where was this last roll?
Dear God.
so we all exhausted now.
Snicket, Carrion, and Dax, you all gain a level of exhaustion.
Yay! Where the heck do you find that?
How do you apply level of
Oh, there it
exhaustion?
is.
It is
That's the top left.
top left of your character of your character
Little smiley face.
profile.
Manifest!
That's what that.
And at this point,
Smiley.
up ahead on your left is a 15-foot high, 10-foot wide cave face.
Where's the plan?
There is blood on the snow some distance from the cave entrance.
Oh shit.
Maybe you can rest in there.
I'm going to bring you back to the map.
Luke, are you in there?
Sorry, I mounted him into scale with a spoon.
And I'm going to ask for... Could you arrange yourself into a marching order, the front of the group being about here?
I imagine Dax would be at the front.
Somewhere in the middle.
So if Dax wants to move up to here...
Maybe like the middle.
Sorry,
I'll
John,
move
could
to-
you point
I'll
out
move
where you want Dax to be again? Ah, got it, yes.
I'm moving to the back. I want all the sacks of hit points ahead of me.
I go here.
I'll go behind
Hello.
Josh.
AJ will take the empty spot you've left for them.
There we go.
Just mind the tile, Brim.
I'm
Of
going to
course. Ooh.
slightly rearrange this to bring Snicket into the space.
Okay, that was weird.
There is a cave.
Yeah, there is a cave.
It's frozen.
There's a cave. Meryl, you just knocked Savala off the bloody light. Ripper-rooney to Savala.
You will be. He's gonna die soon.
Yeah, he did get killed by cat. Death by cat.
Right. Frozen cave. Let's.
Some of them will just be, looking at the
This looks fun.
is more confident. But this is
Shall we search it? I guess.
And to reason.
Yep.
Where's Garrett in our marching order? Is he also with Snicket in the back?
John, where's Garrett at the marshal?
1 minute. He's over here at the back.
Pretty good.
I'm really shocked.
And he still has that many hit points.
This is briefing against the other candidate. For the party to come together, we have one.
And 1 level of exhaustion, but I can't actually mark that on an NPC.
It's a shame.
So yes, what would you like to do?
As we check out the cave.
Yeah.
So it seems like ahead of us
Check
there's
it all out.
a couple of paths is straight ahead
So-
to the right.
This is the cave entrance. This is the path sort of carrying on up the side of the mountain.
So we're going to go into the cave.
There's blood there, isn't there?
There is blood at the entrance of the cave.
We've got to go check it out.
Yes.
Why don't you just take our go friends?
Yes, you go and check it out.
Dax, do you want to swap places with me?
No, I'll have a look. 'Cause
Right.
this is what I'm here for.
This cave is 20 feet high, concave roof. Most of the floor has fallen away, leaving a large chasm that is 80 feet deep. All that's left of the floor is a rocky ledge that carries on this way, or an icy, thick ice sheet over here.
How secure does that ice sheet look?
It's about a foot thick.
That's
I mean,
that's good.
I mean, to point
Bad?
out, there are bones down here.
Aye. Let's say something.
Okay, which way do people think?
And that there are bones down this way.
And what looked like stairs?
And look like stairs, yeah.
Yeah, I think we should go
I
that
say-
way. Something.
I say bones first, I guess.
Bones. Let's go to the bony path.
Okay.
Bony path. Bony path. Bony path.
Could I listen out for anything that's ahead, maybe?
Okay. Roll me a perception check. I'll wait for the bonus to be added to it. Come on, Foundry. Okay, you can hear the sound of a small creature moving around.
I will relay this to the group, and then move a bit further forward.
Roll me a medicine check. And if anybody that's sort of following Dax into this area wants to also roll me the medicine check.
Yeah, someone who knows what to do, maybe.
I
I'll
don't.
give it a shot.
Oh, that was nearly a 12. He like sat on the 12 and it's like, no, fold 2.
I do have -1 in medicine. I'm gonna try and be somewhat. Just a 10. Just average.
16. I have no idea what I'm doing. But
Okay.
I think you do better than us.
I don't know. Why did Brim roll with disadvantage?
Oh.
Exhaustion?
Ah, yes.
Exhaustion, of course,
Oh,
yes.
yeah, exhaustion. I won't bother. I've failed anyway.
6 in that case, because I need to be. I got exhaustion as well, so 6. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm too tired.
Actually, no. Fuck it. Let's see if I can get worse. Nope, exactly
You can
the same.
get the same.
Did I fucking stutter?
Okay, Dax. Amidst the bones, there is the skull and most of the flesh of a Goliath head.
Fortress.
Amid the bones, you can see torn pieces of hide armor, a great axe, and 3 goat skulls.
No, the goat!
No, not the goats.
I'll mention to Garrett. Is this the equipment the Goliath had?
Garrett
It
will
could
suddenly
be
move up with
different
the
Goliath.
rest of the group. That does look like the equipment. That looks like Mokingo's equipment.
I'm sorry. That is a rough way to go.
What's the character's name? Out character.
He would have explained during your short rest that the Goliath was called Mokingo Growling Bear Akanthi, who was determined to find Oya Mintarok and to test his mettle against her.
Did his metal not do very well?
If his head is not on his body anymore, it wasn't a great test.
I mean, the axe looks fine, so metal was tested, did a bit broken, it's just the body that did.
The halfling was halfling you know the name of was Perilu Fishfinger. She was a follower of Yondala, the halfling god of fertility and protection, and was stalwart companion of Mokingo. And all Garrett can say about the tiefling was her name was Asterix, and she swore a lot.
Alright, so that was the half-elf.
Halfling.
Halfling, my bad, sorry.
Perilu Fishfinger was a female Lightfoot halfling.
We've only got the bones for the Goliath.
Yes.
So Dax is going to move just a bit further ahead.
Roll me a stealth check.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Keep moving ahead.
I'm just writing things down, sorry.
No, I'm talking to Dax.
Okay.
I mean, the rest of you can if you wish, but he's making a stealth check to get further ahead.
I've moved a bit further ahead.
As you start to round the corner into this room, you can see a young Yeti. playing on the floor with what looks like a crying halfling in the fetal position. And sat in the corner of the room, sort of watching on to the situation, is a larger Yeti, who, as you round the corner, looks up at you, bares her teeth, and just...
It was absolutely seeing me.
It has seen you, yes.
Yes. Quick question. You know, so like it was the young Yeti was playing with the halfling. Is that like playing like the way an animal would play with? Like, it's not nice. It's rough. It's like...
Yeah, it's sort of batting at the halfling and
Yes.
sort of almost like pushing it around the floor like it's a ball.
Yes.
It's
Right.
still alive, though, right?
She is. You can quite clearly hear her crying as she is battered around the floor. So she is quite clearly still alive.
Okay.
As Mama Yeti bares her teeth and roars at you, the little Yeti looks up and is terrified and runs behind Mama.
Could I bonus action hex the big Yeti?
Yep.
Is the Yeti actually... I know it's baring its teeth, but is it doing anything?
From your experience with wild animals, you know that this is sort of... You've cornered Mum in the nest with the child. She is putting on a show of being aggressive towards you, but is sort of very much also paying attention to the fact that the kid is in the room and doesn't want anything to happen to the child.
Okay. I'm just like really staying like absolutely still, and I'm just gonna say, Perula, was that her name? Perula Fishfinger? Perulu.
Parallel, I think it was.
The
halfling.
halfling
Yeah.
sort of uncurls, tears streaming down her face. Yes?
Come this way, Perulu.
I can't
Is the Yeti
see.
doing anything?
As you are not making a move into the room, she is sort of holding position and like holding the child back to be like, stay.
Has Perulu reached me?
Yes.
And I will sort of help her and slowly, and I'll say, well, just I'll maintain eye contact with the Yeti, but sort of move back.
Okay.
The Yeti chasing me.
You hear the sounds of the Yeti just like slow, not instantly forgetting your presence, but like she isn't chasing, she is slowly like stopping the aggressive stance she had.
I'm gonna set my trap up
Okay.
in the in this area, and again try and disguise it a little bit.
How much time are you putting into that?
I mean, my only concern is I'm not trying to be is if it decide to come after us. So we'll say we'll just go. We'll just go. I'll not.
Perilu is very exhausted and is moving at half speed at the moment.
I will offer Perilu for her to climb on me. So basically, she's
Okay.
She doesn't have to.
Ride me!
Ride me!
She climbs up and is grateful to not be the small ball that a Yeti tyke is playing with anymore.
Just hold on tight. We'll get you out of here as soon as possible.
Last, did you see your companions did as well?
I know that the Kingo didn't make it. I don't know what happened to Asterix. I think she ran further up.
Right.
Further up, as in...
She climbed the mountain further.
Oh.
Okay. Let's get out of this cave.
Either way, let's get out of this cave, yes.
Yeah. We can discuss this further away.
Yeah!
You leave the cave. As does Perilu and Garrett and AJ as well. And we'll actually head back into the nicer bit of the mountain over here.
Garrett, are you well enough to pilot a dog sled?
I should be able to.
I think it might be prudent if you take Fish Fingers here down to the town off the mountain. We'll continue up for the last one.
Okay.
If we all agree to it. Both of you are in no condition to keep going.
You're right.
When you see the goat, stay high.
You're a weird one. Okay.
Hey, I'm the one who had a conversation with them. He had a conversation pointing at Dax. He had a conversation with them. He was bleating.
And far be it from me to tell a man who knows this mountain so well about there is a Duragar stronghold.
We'll avoid it.
Basically, solid. Good. Okay.
Before Garrett leaves, I was going to say, are you going to wait in the town for us? Like in the town at the bottom of the mountain?
Okay. I'll wait in Caer Konig. Perilu probably will be there as well, because we'll need some rest before she's ready to go anywhere else. We'll see you at the foot of the mountain.
Okay.
You
Do
press...
you need any food or anything? Oh, I was going to say, do you need any rations or food or anything to help them?
They'll take some of the rations from the crate, but they'll leave most of it with you. You head further up the mountain, and you come to the edge of a vast and deep crevasse, with nowhere to go here but down. A collapsed tent lies buried in the snow near the precipice. Jutting out from a nearby snowbank is a pair of blue leather boots.
Are they made for walking?
They were at one point.
Are they attached to a person?
There appear to be feet in the boots.
Shall we unearth
into the snowbank?
Yeah,
However, next to this grim display, a figure in cold weather clothing sits in the snow, her knees pulled into her chest. Horns protrude from underneath the figure's fur-lined hood.
That might be our person.
We were only expecting one more, right? Like just the tiefling.
We were expecting just the tiefling.
And her name was...
Asterix.
Zastrix.
Yeah.
Zastrix.
No response.
This is stupid because this looks like a trap, but I'll go up to her.
like I said, like, is she showing signs of breathing or is she showing signs of movement?
Brim,
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
you get close to her.
Roll a death save.
She is frozen solid, her teeth clenched, her eyes staring at the blue boots sticking out of the snow.
I'll take a moment, and if I can, I mean, her eyelids are probably like frozen to like her, like just under her eyebrow, so I can't close her eyes. I'm sorry.
The elements have claimed her.
She's staring at the blue boots.
I go
Can I
towards
try
Brim
and-
as well.
She's frozen. She's dead. Can I try and can I start digging this other person out who has these blue boots on?
You find a dwarven body connected to the boots
Wondering if that's our guy.
with no head.
No.
As in a normal
head.
or as in a drug?
As in a normal dwarf.
Does he still have all of his things on him? Besides his head.
Besides his head, yes, he's
Does he have any I don't know, clan markings or symbols or anything that would
Wallet? Does he have a wallet?
Yeah, basically. Does he have an ID card with his name and date of birth on it?
sadly no.
Okay.
Wearing a name badge.
You can collect the blue leather boots if you wish.
Yeah, he ain't using them.
You also, searching his body, find an empty wineskin and a half-eaten block of goat cheese and a miner's pack.
Oh.
I
What are
would
you
like
doing?
to claim a small little memento from Astrid to tell them that she's passed.
Searching Asterix's body, you could take her cold weather clothing that she has, if you wish to.
I was hoping for.
Could we put her on the sled?
You
Yeah,
could
let's
bring
take her
her
with us.
back.
I was going to say, can we bring her back? I don't want to leave her up here.
No, that's fair. Yeah, I didn't know whether that's something we couldn't do. So
You also
Uh,
find she had a potion with her
Oh?
that you can claim. The potion bottle appears to be empty, but as you swish it around, you can feel that it holds liquid in it still.
maybe like an invisibility thing.
And she also has a leather-bound spell book.
I want it!
Oh, so clearly she was the wizard.
Guardian, before you...
As soon as, is it Cherish who's, looking through?
Yeah, I call out Cherish
No,
would just call out.
literally, as soon as you hold the book, I'm going, what's this? I'm not immediately grabbing it.
Hey, that's belonging to her. You sure that's a good idea?
Just saying, she's not using it. Grab it. I'm rifling through this spell book.
Okay. You find the following wizard spells that you can copy into your book given time and money. Alter Self. Cloud of Daggers. Comprehend Languages.
That's right, I've breathed into it.
Too high.
Hold on, I need to get on my my notes and note down these. So there's Alter Self,
Alter Self. Cloud of Daggers.
Cloud of Daggers,
Comprehend Languages.
Comprehend Languages,
Detect Magic.
Detect Magic,
Expeditious Retreat.
Expeditious Retreat,
Scorching Ray.
Scorching Scorching Ray.
Shield.
Shield.
Suggestion.
Jesus Christ. Suggestion.
And Tensor's floating disc.
Oh, Tensor's floating disc.
And with that, you load Asterix's frozen body onto the dog sled, and you head back down the mountain, and the trip back down is reasonably uneventful. You arrive back in town as night falls. Perilou.
Could I have picked up the great axe in the cave before we left?
Yes.
Sorry. Okay, cool. Just because I feel like she deserves to have a memento. Fishfingers deserve to have a memento of her best friend.
Perilou and Garrett are in the Northern Light when you return. And Garrett himself needs to stay for a day. Perilou needs to take a few days to sort of recover from her injuries and time up the mountain. So she's got some time here. He's willing to wait for you if you've got things that you need to do around here before heading back. If you want to go with him. And he's more than willing to wait for you for that. But having done that, climbing the mountain and returning with Garrett, I'm going to say that you have done enough to earn 3rd level.
Yes! Finally!
Immediately do that.
So that's something we'll do between this and next time. If you guys know how to level yourselves up in D&D Beyond. We'll import it into the game, and we'll see 3rd level next time.
Yay!
And what that means for everybody. I think at this point, pretty much everybody gets to pick their subclass types, except for Cherish.
Yeah.
You'll get your pact. You'll get your pact this level.
Well, that depends if I want to pick fighter or warlock. So that's something I need to go over.
True.
We'll find out what 3rd level looks like for everybody next time. So that'll be in 2 weeks' time when we continue Rime of the Frostmaiden.
Hey.
For now, I say thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't done so already, please do hit that follow button. It's a great way for you guys to know we go live, a completely free way that you can support us on the channel. Tomorrow night, I'm doing some more Minecraft with Chris. We are going to be working on upgrading the factories that we have with the new stuff that we've unlocked, but for completing Chapter 3. I've done some of those cheeky little upgrades in the between times, but there's some stuff that we can actually work on doing now with new things. And then on Tuesday, me and Sean and Tanny and possibly Sean, if he wants to, are going to be doing some Astroneer. We are going to be colonizing Silver and the surrounding planets for unknown reasons, but we're going to colonize them because they're there. That's why you colonize things.
Yeah.
On Wednesday this week, we are doing another episode of the Bean Race 5000. 5001 now, I guess. We're going to do some more Fall Guys. I think at the moment, myself and probably Michael and Ben and Sean have said they're up for it. Whether we have more and we have a sort of rotating group of beans, we'll see what happens. On Thursday, on the Angel Games Player channel, Angel might be playing some Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Yeah. And then on Friday, Jeff, it's you in the DM's chair for Train Game.
Train Game, yes.
Yeah, Train Game.
Richard and some others. The investigators reached Paris. They kind of know what they're looking for. They just need to know a bit more about where it could possibly be. So the investigation starts properly on Friday.
And then next Sunday, I'll be back with Waterdeep Dungeon of the Mad Mage as the group continue to push through the Dungeon of the Mad Mage and, well, probably confront some of the things that's come up in the last episode, or probably also deal with things like the gibbering mouther that Vason has stumbled upon. Who can say what they're going to deal with? Probably the gibbering creature that's in front of them that's not going to let them go.
Probably.
But also, you know, the undead and people's hang-ups with that. There's a lot to unpack right now. There's a lot going on. There's a lot they need to try and continue doing. But for now, that's all we have for this time. We are going to see who's still alive on a Sunday night and do a raid into Joby One, who is doing some Sea of Thieves.
Woo! Yay.
For now, guys, thank you so much. We'll see you guys again real soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.